Okay, welcome to the deep dive. You sent us some source material today, just a short excerpt, right? Titled Project, Program Portfolio, and Operations Management.
That's the one. Yeah, it's very direct. Basically just lists those four terms: projects, programs, portfolio, and operations.
Right. And the title is pretty clear, puts them all squarely under the banner of management. So I guess our mission here is to dig into why this particular source pulls these four specific things together. What can we kind of glean just from the grouping itself, within this idea of management?
Well, what's interesting, like you said, is how concise it is. It doesn't really define them here. It just lays them out side by side.
Yeah.
Almost like saying, okay, these are the key buckets.
Exactly. It names them, says they're part of management, but doesn't spell out the how or why in this bit. It kind of implies that, okay, if you're managing work or resources, these are maybe the distinct flavors, but definitely related.
Yes, I think the grouping is the point here. It's highlighting that management isn't just, one single activity. You're juggling different kinds of efforts, different scopes maybe.
Which makes you wonder why these specific four. I mean, when someone writes about management, why pull out projects, programs, portfolio, and operations as the fundamental building blocks worth listing like this?
Well, let's think about what they generally represent, even without definitions here. Operations. That's usually the ongoing stuff, right?
Yeah, the day-to-day business, keeping the lights on, repeatable processes, managing the steady state.
The core function. But then projects are different.
Totally different. They're temporary. They have a start and an end, meant to create something unique, a new website, a new process. It's about managing change, fundamentally.
Exactly. Managing change. And then the source throws programs in there, too. A program that's often about coordinating a set of related projects, maybe some operational tweaks, too.
Right. To get a bigger benefit you wouldn't get from managing them separately. So like managing coordinated change.
Yeah. Aligned change is a good way to put it. It's got a larger strategic goal, usually.
Okay, so we've got running the show, operations, doing specific changes, projects, coordinating bigger changes, programs. What about the last one, portfolio? How does that fit into this picture the source is painting?
Well, portfolio management in this kind of context is generally about the higher level view. It's looking across all of it, the projects, the programs, maybe even major operational initiatives.
Oh, okay.
And making sure the mix is right. Are we investing in the right things? Do they align with the organization's big picture goals? It's about resource allocation, strategic alignment.
Managing the whole investment, basically.
Yeah.
Across both keeping things running and making changes.
That's a good way to think about it, yeah. Managing the overall mix and direction.
Okay, so maybe the source, just by listing these four together like this, it's suggesting that a complete picture of management has to cover all these bases. You need to handle the ongoing stuff, the specific changes, the coordinated initiatives, and the strategic oversight.
That seems to be the insight, just from the grouping. It points to the fact that management isn't monolithic. You need different approaches, different focuses, depending on whether you're dealing with operations, projects, programs, or the whole portfolio.
Right. So the key takeaway from just this simple listing is that it identifies these four projects, programs, portfolio, operations, as kind of the core domains within management practice.
Yeah, distinct areas, each with its own focus, but all under that management umbrella. It implies that being effective probably means understanding how they differ and, crucially, how they need to work together or be balanced.
So something for you to maybe think about. How might these four areas represent different scales or maybe different kinds of thinking needed in a management role? Sometimes you're focused on efficiency and stability with operations, other times on delivering something new with a project or orchestrating a big shift with a program, or maybe stepping back to steer the whole ship with a portfolio view. This source just lists them, but maybe that simple list is a prompt to consider that whole spectrum.